Hello and welcome, beautiful people, to this episode of Mars Day with Mark, Simplified Astrology. It is your host with the most, Mr. Meyer with the fire, here to share ideas and take the collective vibration higher. I have a whole lot of good news to share with you. This is our weekly astrology breakdown, our podcast, our horoscope. This is the astrology for the week of March 12th all the way into March 19th. So it's Tuesday to Tuesday, Mars Day with Mark. I'm going to show you the charts, and I'm going to actually show you the ephemeris this time. So we're going to go by degree. We don't really have to go through every single thing, but, today we start with the sun in Pisces at 22 degrees. We start with the moon somewhere in Aries. The moon is actually in Taurus already. I'm going to go back to the chart. It's way more fun, to be quite honest. So, boom, here we are. I'm going to break down the current degrees, current weather, and then I'm going to talk about what transitions we can expect, kind of how this week is going to play out. So, sit back, relax, enjoy yourself, grab your snacks. It's time to take that deep dive into the cosmos. So, I just wanted to thank you for taking the time to watch this. Thank my new subscribers. Thank everybody who's hitting that membership button on YouTube. Joining the Fire Fam. Racing for that purple flame. Oh, man, you're going to want to get one of those. So, shout out to the Pisces. 23 Pisces. If you are a Pisces, represent. Drop your zodiac in the comments so we can celebrate you. Y'all are celebrating your birthdays. This really is the last full week of Pisces. So let me move the chart up just 1 week. We start at 23 and we end at Aries. 0 degrees. Oh my goodness. So we're going to enjoy Pisces to the fullest while we got it, right? Because it's about time for Aries, about time for spring, about time for new beginnings. And that's beautiful. So what does it mean to have a Pisces week? Let's talk about it. Pisces is the deep. Pisces is the last sign. It's the fish. We have this conversation every year, but this gives us the universal lens. It gives us the glimpse towards the higher perspectives and higher possibilities. Pisces is, due to its water nature and its mutability, one of the most mystifying signs, one of the most deep and creative and mesmerizing. Water gives us the ability to empathize and to feel. So anybody born under the Pisces energy or having Pisces placements in their chart, they'll be able to relate deeply to the deep empathy and sensitivity. So I don't know how the last couple weeks have been for you. I can say that on this side, I've been feeling the Pisces energy. I've been feeling the water. I've been feeling the deep. And it's a beautiful thing. Pisces, on some level, with the sun, I should say, is going to ask us all to really connect with our spirit and to really integrate our experiences with some higher wisdom, to step beyond our ego, to dissolve, to transcend the self, and to think, why am I here? What am I doing? And what does my experience of myself say about the universe? And what does the universe say about me? So you may be noticing this week, an interest in your astrology, an interest in divination, an interest in some of the more occult and esoteric things, and might have been the theme of the month. I mean, since Saturn's been in Pisces, who knows how long we've been really focused on this, but you can see we've been going over 40 weeks strong on this side. So beautiful times. One thing I want to say about this sun in Pisces energy is that you do well to visualize and take pride in your dreams and pay attention to what you see. And if you don't like what you see, adjust the frame or paint a new picture. Pisces reminds us all that we have the power to create. And there are some interesting aspects to the sun this week. I want to say, guys, everything really happens on Saturday. All the jazz, all the music, all the cool stuff. Let me tell you, 2 things really. Saturday is the quarter moon, first quarter. So we're going to have the sun square the moon in Gemini. Let's literally move forward to the 16th, Saturday. So you'll see the sun making that square with the moon. Boom. And how funny, the moon is on Vesta and the sun is on Neptune, like I said, two things. First thing is Sun square the moon. Second thing is Sun conjunct Neptune. And I say moon first because the moon is a little bit of a faster cycle. We have the Sun conjunct Neptune every single year, but it's only once a year. We'll have quarter moons every month. So that's why I'm saying it as those two things. The first thing you need to know about this week, guys, is that, we just had our new moon in the sign of Pisces last week. New beginning, new reset. The Pisces energy is coming in full swing. And that's really about letting go, transcending. And what I've been seeing personally is that the Pisces energy teaches us to accept the help of spirit, to make a space for God or the goddess or the universe or our deities or our spirit guides or our ancestors. So I hope that you've been enjoying that or seeing that. The quarter moon, which like I said, happens every single month. We'll actually have 2 quarter moons. We'll have the first quarter, we'll have the full moon, we'll have the last quarter, and then the new moon. And that's how the cycle works. The first quarter, after the new moon, talks about the fulcrum, in which we adjust our course from the beginning that started at the new moon. And the crazy thing about this is the elements. That you have water, you have air, but these are both mutable signs. So there is an abrupt shifting of elements coming through the same type of energy or modality. So if you're seeing that with the astrology, if that's something that speaks to you and you're seeing that, perfect. If that's kind of jargon, I would say you would benefit from Simplified Astrology. The book is absolutely free. It's on my profile. You can get up to speed, or if you really prefer a video course, that's what the Simplified Astrology course is for. But the point is, guys, the quarter moons, either way it goes, first or last quarter, are a little bit difficult because there has to be a change. The 2 luminaries are in the same mode, again, mutable, but now we're going different elements. So that's just saying that Saturday, you're going to want to maintain consistency whenever it comes to the things that you've been working on in your life. You may need to let go of some of your plans. You may need to readjust when it comes to Saturday, but let Saturday be a great day for you to reflect upon the week and see how you did and see what needs to change. And if you didn't set goals for the new moon, man, you should really set some goals today before you go to sleep. Because if you have no target, there's really nothing to do. Got to move yourself forward in some way, even if it's just the housework, dude. Because that's what this Vesta energy kind of talks about, is just cleanliness being a really important thing and our focus being an important thing. So, like I said, 2 dimensions. The first dimension being the quarter moon really talks about needing to adjust this week. So we'll be enjoying the Pisces week, trekking along, imagining and visualizing and just keeping our peace. But ultimately, Gemini rules over the 3rd house. And this could talk about a change in environment, or need to clean, or need to organize and tidy up in order to really feel comfortable. So that's something that I'm seeing as well. But let's talk about the second thing, the fact that the sun is going to cross over Neptune. So this is really crazy. And then a lot of us do know that the planet Neptune rules over Pisces. So there's not too much more to be added to the conversation from Pisces, apart from the fact that everybody is going to be able to glimpse personally into their dreams, into their illusions, into their fantasies. For better or for worse. We could do that literally every single day, but this day is going to be very mystifying. And I would just say, for practical purposes, any day above the ground is a good day to do magic. And especially when we're walking planetary energies, the conjunctions, when it comes to the cycles, these are probably the most powerful if you're trying to blend these 2 energies. So I could see that Saturday would be a really good time to do a healing spell. It would be a great time to do love spells. It would be a great time to do glamour magic. It would be a great time to do attraction work. It would be a great time to communicate with spirit guides. It would be a great time to do divination. Just the idea I want to share right now, guys, is that if you do any type of spell work or spell crafting more specifically on Saturday, you'll be able to preserve this Sun conjunct Neptune energy in the work. And that's something that may be useful to you. So it's worth thinking about, and it's worth me sharing. So I just wanted to let you guys know that quarter moon is going to get us ready for the full moon in Libra. And that's just how this shit goes. And that's going to be on the 25th of March. So we're not going to talk about that too extensively now. We'll talk about that later. But the full moon in Libra is going to bring a lot of balance to our lives and really bring harmony and peace and clarity. So the good news is good things are coming. And I'm so jazzed to tell you about them. Let me get through the other planets and just kind of show you what else is going down, and let's make this short and sweet. And I wanted everybody to know that we have a new series on YouTube, and that is Venus Day Q&A. So if you like Mars Day with Mark, you're going to love Venus Day Q&A. And the way that you send in your questions, and we can literally answer any questions. And I'm looking forward to the really fun questions, like circumstantial, people just wanting advice and perspective. If you join the Discord, the link is in the bio, you'll be able to get into the Ask Mark channel and then put your questions in there for the Venus Day Q&A, which comes out on Friday, Venus Day. So, love you guys. I appreciate y'all interacting already. Can't wait to see you on the next one. So let's talk about the planets, because we really got into the moon conversation. Is that, the moon today is at Taurus in the 2nd degree, and I'm filming this Tuesday night, FYI. It is Mars Day still. And then we're going to end off somewhere in Leo, still in the waxing phase, not quite into the full moon. So when it comes to Mercury today, guys, Mercury is at 5 degrees of Aries. It's going to end at 17 degrees of Aries at the end of the week. So Mercury is how we think, is communication. You know this. We know this. Aries, Mercury is about thinking fast and being responsive, maybe even impulsive. Where Mercury's concerned, as I'm giving a conversation about it, I'm always going to encourage people to improve their conversation skills and their communication skills. So I intuitively feel this one as well, with it being Aries. It's about learning how you personally communicate, learning how you interact with the world and how your perceptions actually govern things. And Mercury in Aries feels fast and aggressive and pioneering, independent. And this is not bad in and of itself, but you just may want to be aware of how attitude, temperament, aggression may sometimes, or confrontation even, these types of energies may come off as negative or hostile. So seeking understanding before judgment, asking questions, slowing down, these can be really effective tools towards bridging gaps in communication. So, really important. So here's what's crazy about Mercury is Mercury's kind of a loose cannon this week. We could definitely, and I'm laying off the minor aspects, by the way, but Mercury is really running pretty unaspected this week to the major planets, except, and still, this is not even a planet, but Mercury will cross over the North Node. So I really feel like this week, a lot of people are, on some level, everybody, we're going to be thinking about purpose, going to be thinking about what's destined, what's moving forward, fate and fortune, the future. And that's a beautiful thing. I really think, as an astrologer, there's a lot of ways to predict the future and do timing and etc. But the best way to predict the future is just to create it. So that's what's up. So beyond Mercury, I want to show you what's up with Venus, because Venus just made her ingress. I'm backing up a couple days. You see, she just got into Pisces. Venus reflects love. It reflects our feminine nature and how we attract things into our life. And Venus loves Pisces, let me tell you. This is considered to be her exaltation, which just means, she's raised up and she can do her thing to the best of her ability. So when you put the planet of love in the sign of the universe and transcendence, Venus can love everything. So fuck yeah, dude. You see why she likes this? It's beautiful. Because the love here is unconditional. The love here is deep. It's fantasy. It's bliss. It's imaginary on some level. So that's the crazy thing, is that if we want to talk about like the romantic dimension of this Venus transit, which will be a whole month thing, let me show you really quick in the ephemeris. See, we've got the 12th of March. Venus will be in Pisces until April 5th. So we have quite a bit of time for Venus to be in Pisces, by the way. So let's talk about the relationship dimension of this, man. That's going to be like, if you are partnered with a great person, that's going to talk about connecting your dreams with this person and sharing fantasies and building an intimacy on a spiritual level. You know, if you are a little bit off center in your personal life and seeking love, you know, this could be time for people to fall head over heels in love and invest so much more than they probably should, because the people that they're attracted to correspond to the fantasy the lover has, as opposed to what the fuck the person actually could present for them. So when Venus is in Pisces, everybody kind of needs a reality check, because I want to tell you guys, a planet exalted sounds good. It is good, but it can do too much. So like I said, love is beautiful, but if you're trying to create a stable partnership in the real world, you don't want imaginary love. You know, you want to make sure that y'all have a connection in the real world and not just your imagination, your spiritual world. So it's a reality check, you know. How do your values and your beliefs influence the way that you love? Good question to be asking. And we are going to see Venus making a conjunction with Saturn. Not this week, because Saturn is going to be, you know, a few degrees ahead at the end of the week. But, you know, we'll talk about it next week. I just want to say, man, love is going to get really deep and beautiful, but it's also going to be checked on a deep level too. So Venus also reflects love. Oh, no, I'm sorry. We just talked about love. Venus, but does it not? Venus also reflects money and everything we need. Oh, the good stuff. So Venus in Pisces could look like an abundance. Keep in mind, Jupiter rules Pisces, so this could look like your money expanding. And for a lot of people, oh, I know it will. I know it will. It look like your money getting big. You're like, how the fuck did the money get so big? But thank you, universe. Keep it coming. I'm ready to receive more. Let's go. And we can't understate the need to share love with the cosmos, the universe. Our human ability to experience transcendence in any moment, whether that be through imagination, through music, through song, through dance, through art, through sleep. Appreciate the multidimensionality of your life. And we're going to have all month to do this, which is beautiful with this Venus and Pisces energy. So let's talk about Mars in Aquarius. Mars in Aquarius is really about the scientific method, because Mars determines how we act, it determines our energy, and then Aquarius really is just about being as smart, honest, and resourceful as we can be. That's the fixed air quality. So I just take it, probably everybody's been working on themselves and trying to build things, organize, and unite the world. And I'm probably going to cut off this part of the screen as I say it, but it's 11:11 when I say this. And I swear, it is. You know, so you just have to take my word for that, because I'm probably going to crop it just to make it look better on the YouTube. But one thing I want to draw your attention to, guys, is that Mars is at 22 Aquarius and Uranus is at 19 Aquarius. Or 19 Taurus. Uranus is at 19 Taurus. Mars is at 22 Aquarius. Boom, boom. So what's going on is Mars is separating from a square from Uranus. If we back up a little bit, you know, we had Mars going exactly square. So this is cool. Pressure is letting off this week. I want you guys to know. I don't know how your last week was, but there's going to be a lot less pressure. I tell you all every time, you know, what's going to go on before it happens. But if you want to review, if you really care enough to take the time and go back, I told y'all shit was going to go down when Mars hit Uranus. So it do be like that sometimes. Really, you should be able to see the patterns, man. There's a lot of cycles going on. So the point is, that one is really easing up. I just wanted to let you know. Mars and Uranus kind of broadly reflect our energy levels, and just erratic bits of tension having to be released last week was really what we were seeing. So we should see some stabilizing. What's also really cool about Uranus is that Jupiter is approaching. And I really wanted to take some time to speak on this because this thing has been inching ever so close, and it's coming, guys. And this feels like, this is the image I'm getting in my mind's eye, is like, imagine you were on the beach and then you're just looking at the horizon and it's daytime, and then you see a little speck on the water on the horizon, and you're just sitting there. It's a nice day. Let's say you got a mimosa and you're damn near ready to take a nap on the beach type shit. And it's like, you look up like 10 minutes later from not paying attention, and the blip is still there and it's getting a little bit bigger. And it's like, then you might take a nap, wake up like an hour later, and it's like, it's decently big, but it's still a little tiny boat or whatever. It's like, it's way out on the horizon. But then it's like, you look down, you look up, and then it's like, oh shit, there's literally a battleship about to hit the fucking beach. And it's a good battleship. I don't know why. That could evoke fear for a lot of people. It's like, it's a good thing. Nobody got hurt is what I saw. But a big boat is coming, dude. A big ship of blessings. Because here's the thing, guys. Let me tell you the facts. Jupiter and Uranus only meet in the sky about once every 13 years. And you can do the math, you can check the ephemeris yourself, but I'm telling you, this shit is not that common. This is pretty rare. We are going to have a solar eclipse pretty soon this week, but I do want to say, guys, that, as we go throughout this year, we are going to have a conjunction. 1 month in the future, man, we're 2 degrees away. 2 months in the future, it already happened. So get prepared, guys, for this increase, this expansion, this growth. This is the beginning of a new Jupiter-Uranus cycle, or a new Jupiter-Uranus cycle, but it's beginning in the sign of Taurus. So this just means like great gains, rapid gains, expansion, liberation, freedom, deep meaning, people unlocking things in their life, and gaining a new level of stability and independence and self-reliance that's unparalleled. So be ready to free yourself. Do everything in your power now to be free. Use all your resources. Save your money. Invest your money. Be ready to make money in new ways. Start your business. Seek the mentorship. Join the rooms you need to be in, basically. Just get ready. This is what I'm saying. It's like the image was a boat hitting the thing, but it's like I feel like it's like we need to be on that boat, dude. That boat is amazing. That's the mothership. So pay attention to this, especially if you have placements in Taurus around the 19th degree, or if you have placements around 19 in fixed signs. You're going to see huge changes coming in your life. I'm telling you. And it is about time that we got this expansion on. So I just wanted to let y'all know, man, that we are making this applying aspect, this conjunction. The cycle's about to begin again. We're not going to see it this week, of course, but Jupiter is going to bump up a degree, and that just means, man, we're about 6 degrees out. So pay attention, because it's less than 2 months. It's about a month, a little over a month, really. I'll keep y'all posted, but yeah, be working your prosperity magic. Be working charity in the real world. Think about how you can give while you're serving, and this will help you change the world. The moon is square Pluto right now, man, so that's like gonna change by the time this comes up. But dude, I really feel that this video will hit the people that it needs to. It's going to change them. They're going to feel it the way that they need to feel it. So another thing I want to say before I leave you guys off, basically 2 things. I want to show you one more aspect, and then we're going to refocus on the North Node, okay? One thing I was seeing is that Neptune in Pisces, 27 degrees, is going to be there for a while. This is an outer planet. We talked about how the sun will make the conjunction this week on Saturday, but also be mindful that there will be a square. I mean, technically the square is already there from Vesta in Gemini to Neptune in Pisces. That's 90 degrees, give or take. So this week we're going to see this square peek out. And man, what does that mean? Like, things need to be clean, but also don't stress yourself out about it too much. That's the first thing I intuit from it, that this is the planet of our dreams collectively and interpersonally and personally. The dream is Neptune, and then Vesta is about purity. Gemini is the environment. So Vesta and Gemini is not just about cleaning your room, cleaning your car, but it's also about organizing your mindset and purifying your thoughts and your focus in the way that you communicate with self and other people. So really, what I take from this week, Vesta square Gemini, is that, it feels like there's a purification happening this week. And it feels like we're really going to be, Vesta's the flame. It even looks like it. If you guys want to do some research on the goddess Hestia, the goddess Vesta, same thing. You can learn a lot about this energy. But simply put, guys, Vesta rules the hearth. And that is a burning flame that never goes out. And that just means that, this flame connects us to our purpose. It connects us to the God force, and it can incinerate and purify anything that we don't need. And this is making a hard angle to Neptune, basically giving us a spiritual cleanse. And I feel like, simply put, there's a lot to say about this, of course, and it's going to be esoteric because we're getting Mercury, Jupiter, But I would say that these aspects reflect a lot of people waking up, the breaking of limiting beliefs and thought structures. This is really going to be a cleanse when it comes to the mental plane and the spiritual plane. So if you are hearing this message and kind of resonating with what I'm saying, this would be a great week to make sure you take a ritual bath to decompress, and also just do some spring cleaning. Spring is literally about to come in a week, but do some pre-spring cleaning and move things out, donate extra things, throw things away if you need to, repurpose things, clean up the environment, because the environment is a reflection of your mind. And if your environment is needlessly cluttered and disorganized, your mind will be exactly the same way. And that's not any way to be. So hope you can receive that. Hope you can see that. The North Node is in the sign of Aries, my friend. So I hope you're excited. I really am jazzed about life right now. Every day it gets better and better. We literally exist, and that's a beautiful thing. Saturn is in Pisces, and I want to say, I read every chart like a map. So if you want to learn how to read charts like me, make sure you join Simplified Astrology. The link is going to be in the bio as always. Take advantage of it. I just want to say, reading the chart right now like a map is North Node in Aries saying commit to your purpose. But Mars, the depositor, is the fancy word they use. Mars that rules Aries, in the sign of Aquarius, says that, but we got to be scientific and calculated about how we do that. And also interacting with the world plays a part in that. That's how Mars and Aquarius thinks. So, and what the fuck the Mars doing? We already know about the square that we broke out the thing. It's making a trine to Vesta. So Mars is like, yeah, let's really clean this fucking shit up right now. I know you guys see what I'm saying. If you see what I'm saying, can you put, I always like checking this. If you saw what I just said, can you put an Aquarius emoji, the eye emoji, and then the Aquarius emoji, just so I know you saw what I said. But also, we read the map further. Saturn rules Aquarius. So boom, you got to remember, man, when it comes to where we are right now, Saturn in Pisces sets the stage for our whole entire reality. This builds the structures that everything sits on, and the integrity is tested through this element and mode. So what that fucking means is that motherfuckers be talking out of their ass, man. And we're all going to wake up. Because sometimes we don't know what we don't know. And this sounds so stupid. Like I'm just making up words and sounds, but I'm telling you, the great unknown affects everybody. So we have to become consciously aware of how our unconscious works. And that's a really hard challenge. It's not that really hard when you get tools, but starting with no tools is kind of fucked up. But meditation, contemplation, journaling, divination, forms of magic, this can get you started. Psychology, therapy, reflecting. There's a million ways to get in touch, but the point is, beyond getting to know and put conscious to the unconscious, you need to be able to control what you do unconsciously. And this is the Saturn Pisces message. Let me tell you, to be able to control what you do unconsciously. How the hell do you do that? I will tell you. The only way you're going to have a chance of doing that is controlling what you do consciously. So Saturn in Pisces kind of reflects the Virgo opposition polarity type of energy. Says lock in, focus. And sometimes it's hard as fuck to do this when Saturn is in Pisces and everything feels so deep and emotional and so disillusioning. So you just have to make sure your daily habits and routines support your everyday health and well-being and growth and expansion. Meaning you don't have to fucking lift the mountain every day, dude, or ever. But if you show up every day and you just aim for 10% improvement as opposed to shooting 150% and then getting upset because you only got like 60, go for 10 every day, look for consistency, and you'll be able to really take pride in the progress that comes as a result of just building on the gains that you get and not giving up. So I don't know if this pep talk is hitting who it needs to. That's my full intention, is that whoever is looking at life like, damn, this shit is awful with Saturn and Pisces, I just want to speak hope into you, friend, and just let you know that this reality can be fucking oppressive and it can make no sense and it can make you literally question yourself. But at the end of the day, you have full operative power to live your best life and live a beautiful life. So take your time, ease up on you, and then you'll be really cruising in no time because you are in the driver's seat. So we'll be getting to cruising pretty soon with this Saturn and Pisces energy. Some of us are cruising and they don't know who the fuck I'm talking to. But I just want to say, man, Saturn hits everybody differently. And every planet hits everybody differently if you really think about it. So that's the thing you need to really know, is that as I'm talking about Saturn and Pisces, and you'll see in these podcasts, man, unless we're making like interplanet aspects, I'm usually not going to spend too much time on the outer planets, because by the time we get here, unless we're ingressing, because everybody's going to experience that shit differently. So this is the point in time where for you to know how to commit to your purpose, you need to know who the hell you are, my friend. I'm not even kidding you. Because again, this is an astrology report for everybody, but to integrate this into your personal life, you need to know where your Saturn is and what that means for you. And how does that relate to Saturn Pisces? I tell everybody in simplified astrology, so I hope that you take full advantage of it. Hope you enjoy it. Do it with a smile on your face. Take care of yourself, gang. I love you so much. Thank you for taking the time to watch this. If you did enjoy it, please leave that like. I just want to let you know Fire Fam is open. If you want to grab that badge, the link is going to be in the description. So thank you guys once again for taking the time, our most precious resource. I'll see you on the Flippity Flip Venus Day Q&A. Leave the comments in the Ask Mark column in the Discord. Link is in the bio.